Howdy guys, welcome back to Let's Play Secret of Mana. In the last episode, I ended awkwardly. My wife snuck up on me and surprised me, so I lost my train of thought. But well, yeah, and also last time we made it most of the way through the underground palace here. In this episode, we hope to, well, finish that up. Alright, now to see where we're at with everything, just so I can kind of get a refresher. Okay, so that's where we're at with that. Probably don't have to change any weapons. Okay, we're good. Head in.
This is the altar room.
Hey, hang on, hold up! You can't just barge in here. The great Gnome ain't gonna let pipsqueaks on his turf. Now scram!
What a lot of hot air. Why don't you scram?
Yeah, I'll teach you a lesson, little brat.
Ha! Take this!
Why, you little... I'm out of here.
Jeez, I gave him the spear to beat up the gnome with. Goodness.
Look, there's something back there.
Oh great, what is it? Boss time, that's what. This is the fire Gigas. He likes to become invincible when he's flying around like this. You can't hit him with physical attacks. And I like to, in this time, wait till the sprite stops his attack animation. I like to begin to cast freeze on him. He can't be damaged in the animation, but by the time it finishes, the spell can hit him. So what you can do with your spells is you can chain them together so the enemy can hardly fight back. And it's very useful because this boss, he can cast a variety of spells, one of which can lower your attack and damage you. Another can cause you hide up. He's already dead. So that's what spell spamming can do, makes boss fights really easy. So he can cast Lava Wave on you, which is high damage, fire move on everyone. I think Fireball on you. Again, high damage on everyone, not as much as Lava Wave. Also Exploder, high damage, fire move on everyone. So he's a very, very tough fight if you don't use magic, but if you use magic, even if you don't level it up, he's completely trivial. And that's the same for every single boss in this game. You have magic, you cast magic on them, and, well, they get wrecked.
What a relief! Good thing you guys are strong. That oaf was always bugging me. Sorry, I kinda let loose on you guys in frustration. No hard feelings?
I'll show you hard feelings. Swear your loyalty to me, and maybe, just maybe, otherwise, I'll throw you to my vicious bodyguard.
Please, forgive me. I'll be a servant. I'll do anything.
Hey, who are you calling your bodyguard?
I know when I met my match. Call on me anytime. I'll be there. Now, close your eyes, boss. Now both you and the missus over there can summon me.
Excuse me? Since when were we an item? I like your style, Gnome.
Well, that's that. Be seeing ya.
Awesome. Gained the power of Gnome.
Come on, we gotta get to the mana seed.
Alright, now we have a whole new slew of spells. And with this mana seed, we can now level up all of our spells to 2. So I'd recommend fighting all the enemies along the way. There's actually none in the palace, but on your way to the next area.
Come on.
What's this?
My head. Ow. You okay?
Hang in there.
What?
Whoa! Sorry, I drifted off there.
Give me a break.
Hey, don't get ants in your pants. While I was asleep, my past came back to me.
Oh, really?
I lived in the forest in the Everland.
Well, that's good.
So it's decided. That's where we gotta go. I'll let you hang out with me until we get back to my home. You're welcome.
Great.
Gee, thanks.
He's a good fella. Alright, so I guess we'll just head on out of here. Good, we can use it here. There's no enemies on the way back, no point in taking the long way out of there. And it doesn't take us all the way out, it just takes us to here. Oh, what's going on?
Gemma has not returned from Pandora yet. Something must have happened.
Great.
I sense evil in the Pandora ruins. Perhaps you can look into it and find out what's keeping Gemma.
Luka's right. We need to get to the Pandora ruins on the double.
Alright, we're heading back to Pandora. So I believe in the Super Nintendo version of the game, that doesn't happen. She doesn't actually contact you. You either have to remember just to go there, or just kind of wonder and decide to go to Luka for more information.
Welcome.
Because we ended up sealing the mana seed thing there. And
Anything else?
I guess at this point we really don't have anything else to do. I mean, we could have thought, oh, well, Pandora's kinda stuck and we haven't helped them out. So surely that's the next thing we gotta do. So, I don't know. No big deal, I suppose. Saving the world is kind of our job anyway. Let's forge our new weapon.
I've been waiting.
I didn't see which one that was. Which was it? It was the axe. Alright, Watt's axe is now the load axe. Did I forget anything else? Nope, sure didn't. Alright. Is everyone all caught up on their weapons? Ooh, she's about to level up with it. And so am I with that. Sprite's got a while. Alright. So remember, if you happen to use your spells all along the way, you will level them up in a timely and healthy fashion. But if you don't, you might fall behind on your spell leveling. Alright, so I would actually recommend leveling up Gnome at this point, casting Speed Down on everything along the way. And Speed Down does what you think it does, maybe. It slows their movement speed. So, yeah, Prim's weapon skill up. Bow has reached the level. Alright, let's give her the power glove. Buzzbee takes a critical hit. Now the reason I recommend using that over Earth Slide or Gem Missile is that no matter what spell you use, you get the exact same amount of experience from it regardless. So always use the cheapest spells you can in order to level them up. In fact, I would actually recommend leveling up Undine, sorry, my childhood pronunciation, constantly. Just maybe once after every enemy, just to use it, so that way you can get experience with it. Because, honestly, you want to keep that leveled up. It'll make fighting in this game a lot easier. It'll make dealing with enemies a lot easier. And actually, viewers, this is my second recording because in my last one I actually got desynced somehow, and I didn't see it until editing. And so, well, I had to do it over. But there is something I will note. In the last episode, I also kind of mismanaged my resources and ended up having to, well, spend a whole lot of time on something. So if I'm able to, I might upload it as a giant bloopers video because it extended the length of the whole video by, like, I don't know, 20 minutes or something. It should have been a lot shorter. So it will be desynced probably. But if I'm able to upload it, then you just get to see it and enjoy it. We're gonna use weapon skill up. Boomerang's level 2. Alright. Alright, what do I want to level up here? I guess I'll go with the whip. And I've been forgetting to cast with Prim. Oops. Yeah, this way, and it's good when you're going in between all of these areas and casting your spells, so that way not only can you level them up, but you can stop off at, say, Kippo Village, or the different villages and places, to restore your MP. So that way you can have a nice, smooth leveling experience, and make leveling your magic a lot easier without straight up grinding for it. It kind of takes away the monotony when you don't, when you're not focusing on that. And honestly, even if you weren't to cast your magic between here, like in the last video, if I simply would have, just used, or, what am I trying to say here? Speak, die, speak. If I simply would have not cast any spells whatsoever at any point in the video and just used them all at the proper times on certain enemies and whatnot, I could have managed my time a lot better, I think. Time and resources a lot better, but Well, it's just one of those things that happen. Oh, and also when they're undergoing an animation, you can't cast on them in this, unlike the Super Nintendo version of the game. So, you have to keep that in mind as well. Oops. Ah, I see, I couldn't access her because she was attacking. That's something you would run into in the Super Nintendo as well, where you might queue up a spell like Remedy, and when you go to use it, it'll show Remedy up there, and like as though it were casting it, but they won't do the animation because they were busy. It wouldn't take the MP, but it would be, what do you call it? A wasted input, essentially.
One night is just...
Alright, let's see if we have any special cutscenes.
So that's a witch's castle.
What's the deal with castles anyway? Is every meal a feast like people say? Are there beds as big as boats? These inns don't have enough space, that's all I'm saying. I think I'm cut out for the high life.
Not sure how much you like it.
You people have no idea. Palace life is not fun.
Really?
You okay?
No! Harsh words, sis. You want to crush my dreams that badly?
People from the palace only think about their own status. Everything is for the sake of the realm.
That's not so bad,
No one
right?
ever stops to think about how the rest of us feel. Who wants to marry into that kind of oppression? And what a crybaby! No one ever told that jerk no. One little slight and he went crying to his daddy.
She's going Super Saiyan there.
Everything was about him. What a narcissist. That pampered kid is nothing like Diealus. Diealus a responsible soldier who wouldn't blame others for his mistakes. The nobility are selfish. Diealus always asked me how my day was. He brought me flowers. Not like some people. What a loser. Ah.
Sounds like sis had it rough.
A witch's castle would be way different from what she's used to anyway.
Wow, it does sound kinda rough. You know, in thinking about that though, since all the other rich are pompous and apparently using the sake of the realm as a facade to advance their own careers and interests, she's raised pretty well considering. I guess her dad really did care, but I suppose she'd gone through a lot of hardship in life. You should see by the time this goes up in the bonus video on Thanksgiving, you'll see more backstory on her, I think. I don't know if we found this out before, but yeah, I should be safe in saying this. If not, oops. Well, she actually lost her mom when she was growing up. That's why we don't see her anywhere. So the girl actually kind of lived a more challenging life. But I also find it interesting that hardship can really change and develop a person's character and kind of shows you who you really are, I guess, in a sense. So I guess in that respect, hardship can be very eye-opening when you see what you really expect and how you really think in a situation. Yeah, it's kind of surprising. Because you never know what's going to happen in life, what's going to go on, and, well, you can't let everything get you down, though I admit I've done that more than enough in the past, recently, but, yeah, I don't know. Then again, you gotta say, well, okay, so you're going through these things in life, and then what's it all amount to, like the character development and whatnot. It's like, well, I guess it really depends upon your outlook on life and how you form your beliefs and values. Yeah, talking about serious stuff in this. Because, I mean, if this life is all there is, you may as well try to be as happy as you possibly can. And whatever means necessary, but if there's something more to this life, like I think there is. And if you didn't know, viewers, I am a Christian. I do believe in Jesus and all that. I do believe there's more to this life and whatnot. Yeah, it really changes how you view the world, whether you're Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, atheist, agnostic, Sikh, whatever. Because, hey, one of these views has to be true. They can't all be true. They're all contradictory. You know, logical law, non-contradiction, and whatnot. And, you know, the whole thing, oh, that's true for you, but it's not true for me. It's like, okay, that applies to things like your favorite color and, you know, favorite foods and tastes and things, but if I were to try and give you a $20 bill for, like, what do you call it, your brand spanking new car, and you would say, my car's worth a lot more than $20. I say, that might be true for you, but it's not true for me. That doesn't work. It shows that there are objective truths in the world, like mathematics and, well, logical truths, and whether or not certain things happened in history and whatnot. So, I don't know. I think it's because people really don't... There's one, I guess it's like an offense thing, people don't want to offend one another, and I should have been casting this whole dang time. Here I am waxing eloquent philosophically or something. But there is a measure of goodness. You don't want to intentionally offend someone for their views and whatnot, but there's also, everyone's got to face the facts of reality and deal with life. But, ooh, Gnome's level 1. Awesome. I think if we all just constantly loved each other more and didn't selfishly seek out all our own interests, everything in life would be a whole lot easier and a whole lot better. And, oh my goodness, I should have been casting with Prim this whole time. You know what, I will cast out here, and I'll show you some of these spells. So here's one, Stone Saber. This puts, well, I guess stone on your weapon, so that way when you hit enemies, you'll actually turn them to stone. But doing that also halves their maximum life. Cuts it right in half. At least it did in the Super Nintendo version of the game. I haven't used it enough in this to know for certain if it does that as well here. So, speed up, you've seen that on the Chess Knights. I believe it makes it so your percentage for your attacks goes up faster. Since it's level 0, it's probably hardly noticeable. And Defender increases your, well, your defense. Oh, she has 2 MP left? I'll cast Defender one more time, why not? Just because I'm here. When your weapons are out, you gain more experience for your spells. If you were to cast it in town with her, it gains half experience. At least that's true in the Super Nintendo version of the game. Alright, I'm gonna stop off at the inn here, restore our MP. And I think I'll check out...
Staying?
Yes, I am. I think I'll check out the ruins of Pandora there.
10 GP.
Ooh, another cutscene. Great.
Seeing Elena's true form gave me a new respect for magic power.
No kidding. She acted so young despite her real age.
Hey, bro?
What?
This Eleni witch wasn't always so scary, right?
No, I heard she was a typical old lady before.
Then it was the magic that made her into a terrifying bad guy, right? Hear me out. What if someone who was mean from the start got their hands on that kind of magic?
I guess they do even more harm out in the world.
Right? Then what would happen if Sis managed to get more magic powers?
Whoa, better not think about it. There's no way we'd manage to defeat something so sinister.
What are you guys implying?
Secret super boss. Huh, that's kind of funny. I had no idea I'd be talking about stuff along those lines. And then they come up with that here in the game. Yeah, I mean, I guess with Elena too, it's interesting because she was in complete lack when losing her ability to do what she thought she assumed she'd always be able to do, and she became desperate. And man, it's just more that character building. I guess you don't really realize it until you're sitting there and thinking about these sorts of things.
Pamaela? What's the matter? You're acting strange.
So, she's Fana in the Super Nintendo game. I don't think she was here before. In this version of the game. What?
She disappeared. The ruins are down there. Let's check them out.
To clarify, I don't think she was here until after you... what do you call it? Defeated Tropiccolo, maybe? Then she'd appear down there and wouldn't talk? Or Tropicalo, as is a proper pronunciation. Yeah. And then she wouldn't disappear until you defeated the Fire Gigas, came over here, and yeah, dealt with that.
Oh! They say I'm going to be sacrificed.
it's awful.
You're going to be what? Pamaela, snap out of it. Stop whining. Just leave me alone.
Wow. Man, this Thanatos guy's bad.
Pamaela! What are you guys doing? Get out of my way!
Dang, she's punching them with the power glove.
We
Talk
have to
about
hurry,
power.
or Pamela's a goner. Diealus is supposed to be there too.
Alright, let's save him. Next time on Let's Play Secret of Mana. Well, we had a good time this time around, or at least I did. Hopefully you guys aren't annoyed or frustrated with all that stuff, because it's kind of one-sided me talking here and you guys not being able to respond and whatnot. But, honestly, there wasn't... Yeah, it was just kind of complex stuff. Oh! And the dogs are barking. I better cancel this one. Cut out. See you guys, have a good one, God bless, and bye-bye.